We start tonight with India's borders. Recently, China issued a new map. It made sweeping claims on Indian land. Today, India has given a response.
The gravest form of impoverishment lies in the compulsion to borrow, often leading to a sluggishness in repayment. China, well versed in this harsh reality, strategically wields its checkbook policy, creating a formidable belt that constricts India's policy-making freedom. Welcome to Live Economic News. In today's video, we delve into the dynamic geopolitical strategies as India strategically positions itself to checkmate China. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Live Economic News. This tactic compels India to seek retribution through an intricate and expansive strategy termed the Necklace of Diamonds, extending from Central Asia to Mongolia. India's primary objective is to establish a containment bloc around China, countering its encircling influence. New Delhi is actively engaging in joint defense drills and combined arms exercises to enhance its military capabilities. Simultaneously, it is forging economic partnerships and establishing industrial corridors, presenting a multi-pronged approach to counter China's dominance. Moreover, India has embarked on transformative arms deals, reshaping its military capabilities and challenging China's regional supremacy.
We want to be friendly with anybody, but we also want to send a message: if you lift your hand and if you force us to you, we might chop off that hand.
Both nations, India and China, are driven by the geopolitical philosophy of strangling each other's growth prospects. Whether through China's string of pearls or India's necklace of diamonds, both clandestine strategies wield control over the Asia-Pacific region, leaving other nations' economies trailing in the wake of their power plays. The metaphorical necklace of diamonds serves as a symbol of India's determination to counterbalance China's influence and establish its own strategic dominance. This comprehensive approach encompasses military, economic, and diplomatic initiatives, reinforcing India's commitment to alter the power dynamics in the Asia-Pacific region and secure its own interests against the encroaching influence of its neighbor. While global conflicts, such as the ongoing tensions between China and India, may appear distant and detached from everyday life, their repercussions can reverberate directly into the financial aspects of individuals. The economic repercussions of these conflicts hit close to home, impacting wallets and savings on a global scale. A glaring example is China's recent economic slowdown, experiencing its lowest growth rate in almost a century, sending shockwaves across the world. This downturn manifested in the form of significant losses, with the S&P 500 witnessing a record decline of $3.6 trillion. These economic contractions have real-world implications for individuals, as evidenced by a sobering survey conducted by a new reality check. It reveals that more than half of Americans earning six-figure incomes find themselves living paycheck to paycheck, underscoring the widespread financial strain imposed by global economic fluctuations. Contrary to the common belief that high-profile CEOs park their wealth in conventional savings accounts, the reality is quite different. Rather than stashing money away, they are channeling hundreds of millions into assets that exhibit no correlation with the unpredictable stock market. The financial strategies employed by CEOs and the success of alternative asset platforms highlight the need for adaptability in navigating the volatile terrain of contemporary global economics. India, akin to a majestic castle, proudly stands tall. However, its extensive coastline leaves it vulnerable to external influences. The Indian Ocean, encompassing nearly a fifth of the Earth's water surface, connects 3 continents and 28 countries, serving as a vital international trade route linking the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. While fostering prosperity, the Indian Ocean also serves as a historical gateway for colonial powers. Presently, China strategically employs the string of pearls strategy, spanning from Mombasa to Chittagong, with ambitions to secure geopolitical influence. This involves initiatives such as negotiating dual-use rights in Oman's Duqm port, constructing a deep-water port in Kenya's Lamu Island, and lobbying for a submarine base in the Maldives. China's debt trap policy, however, leaves nations indebted and coerced into geostrategic concessions, generating frustration globally.
विस्तारवाद का युग समाप्त हो चुका है। ये युग विकासवाद का है।
In response, India seeks to capitalize on discontent, unveiling the Necklace of Diamonds strategy, aiming to establish a security umbrella by bolstering its naval capabilities and countering China's expanding influence in the Indian Ocean region. India has strategically embarked on a multifaceted approach to counter China's geopolitical influence in the Asia-Pacific region, with a primary focus on disrupting the Chinese string of pearls. This ambitious endeavor involves establishing military bases abroad, cultivating new military partnerships, and expanding power projection capabilities across Asia-Pacific. Since the revelation of China's string of pearls strategy, India has actively pursued a diplomatic offensive, forging deals to secure strategic locations. In 2015, India reached an agreement with Seychelles to construct a naval base on Assumption Island, exclusively leased to the Indian Navy. This move provides India with a pivotal African foothold, enabling the Indian Navy to potentially counterbalance Chinese presence in Djibouti and Kenya. Assumption Island's strategic location north of the Mozambique Channel further enhances India's maritime influence in a crucial trade route. In 2016, India strengthened its position in the region by signing a deal with Iran to build its first deep-water port in Chabahar. This port marks the starting point for the North-South Transport Corridor, connecting Mumbai to Moscow via Iran and Azerbaijan. Chabahar serves as a direct counter to China's presence in Karachi and Guadalupe. Additionally, India secured access to Oman's strategic port of Duqm in 2018, further solidifying its position in the Arabian Peninsula. This move enhances India's maritime capabilities and secures its hydrocarbon imports from the Gulf, given Duqm port's strategic location between Djibouti and water. In essence, India's comprehensive strategy not only aims to neutralize China's string of pearls, but also seeks to establish a robust network of military bases and partnerships, strategically positioned to safeguard its interests and challenge China's expanding influence across the Asia-Pacific region. India's strategic moves in securing military bases and partnerships extend beyond countering Chinese positions, presenting a nuanced approach that simultaneously addresses multiple geopolitical challenges. The key addition to India's strategic assets is the Duqm port, uniquely positioned near the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical choke points. This positioning allows India to not only challenge Chinese influence, but also strategically control a vital maritime passage, hitting 3 geopolitical objectives with one move. Furthermore, India's diplomatic efforts in 2018 resulted in an agreement with Singapore, enabling the Indian Navy to access logistical support, including rearming and refueling, at Singapore's Changi Naval Base. Unlike previous deals, this Singapore Pact grants India access to the South China Sea, expanding its reach and influence in the region. Recognizing the importance of multiple bases, India concurrently signed a deal with Indonesia, securing military access to Sabang Port, strategically located at the northern entrance of the Malacca Strait. With a depth of approximately 40 meters, Sabang Port provides India with the capability to station submarines.
Indonesia is joining hands with India to deal with this. Multiple high-level meetings are being planned. Indonesian officials could travel to New Delhi as early as next month. On the agenda is a port, the Sabang Port.
Enhancing its naval presence, the Malacca Strait, through which about 80% of China's crude oil and natural gas imports traverse, emerges as a crucial strategic vulnerability for Beijing and a unique opportunity for New Delhi. To capitalize on this advantage, India has been militarizing its Andaman and Nicobar archipelago since 2020. This archipelago, positioned north of the Malacca Strait, serves as an ideal location for deploying assets, bolstering India's naval capabilities and augmenting its bargaining power over Beijing. In essence, India's multifaceted strategy involves not only countering Chinese influence directly, but also strategically positioning itself to wield influence over crucial global choke points, enhancing its geopolitical leverage. India's strategic maneuvers extend beyond mere opposition to Chinese positions, showcasing a nuanced approach that addresses multiple geopolitical challenges simultaneously. A pivotal addition to India's strategic assets is the Duqm port, uniquely positioned near the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical choke points. This strategic positioning not only enables India to counterbalance Chinese influence, but also affords control over a crucial maritime passage, achieving 3 significant geopolitical objectives in one strategic move. In 2018, New Delhi inked a significant agreement with Singapore, granting the Indian Navy logistical support, including rearming and refueling, at Singapore's Changi Naval Base. Unlike prior deals, This pact allows India to extend its influence into the South China Sea, marking a substantial departure from its previous regional engagements. Acknowledging the inadequacy of a singular base, India concurrently entered into an agreement with Indonesia in the same year, securing military access to Sabang Port, strategically positioned at the northern entrance of the Malacca Strait. Sabang Port's remarkable depth of approximately 40 meters opens the possibility for India to station submarines, significantly enhancing its naval capabilities. The Malacca Strait, through which around 80% of China's crude oil and natural gas imports traverse, emerges as a critical strategic vulnerability for Beijing and a compelling opportunity for New Delhi. What are your thoughts on India's strategic initiatives to counterbalance China's influence in the global geopolitical landscape? Thank you for tuning in to Live Economic News. If you enjoyed this video and gained valuable insights, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates.